Good afternoon. This is Jody Randa, your friend and realtor, and I hope this video finds you having a blessed day. Just wanted to give you all an update on a couple of things. Wanted to talk about the March real estate stats and what's going on in Douglas, Elbert, and Arapahoe County. And number two, just got done with an updated antitrust class based on the N.A.R. settlement that's going on that everybody's hearing so much about. I'm sure you guys are all eager to hear more about that. But first of all, surprising as it may be, we still continue to increase in value. Looking at single-family homes in Douglas, Elbert, and Arapahoe County, a year ago we were sitting at $640,000 for median price, and now we are at $655,000. Percentage of original list to final sales price. A year ago they were getting 98.7, and this year we're getting 99.4. And you say, how can we be getting such close to original list price, and how can the prices continue to be going up? When is this going to stop? And everything goes back down to months of inventory. We do not have enough inventory. We only have 2 months worth of inventory. There are still sellers and buyers that are having to move around. And so until we get more inventory, closer to 6 months of inventory, the prices are still going to continue to hold. So it's still a great time to be a seller, still a great time to be a buyer. And a little bit more about that. What does that look like? So what happened is a gentleman, I think his name was Mike, was frustrated with the fact that he was paying for a buyer and a seller selling his home. And so he started a big lawsuit. Those lawsuits went all around the United States. And a lot of the big real estate companies like RE/MAX and Keller Williams, those different companies were hit very hard. The National Association of Realtors has been hit really hard. They haven't finalized their settlement, but it's close. And once it is finalized, then the MLSs have 150 days to get the changes in place. What are the changes in place? So for instance, a lot of people think the MLS was made so that buyers could find homes. The MLS was actually made so that we as buyer's agents bringing buyers to the seller's homes could get paid. And so the co-op fee would go into that MLS, and that would guarantee that when we went to closing, instead of the buyer having to pay, the seller was going to pay X amount. Now with the changes, once this thing all goes through, they're anticipating now it'll be August or September, you will no longer see co-ops in the MLS, and we will have to call or send an email or a text to find out if they are paying. So what that means for buyers is as we sit down up front, we're just going to have to talk about if we were to run into a property where somebody was not willing to pay a co-op, what does that look like? And so for some buyers, if they're VA buyers, they don't even have an option to pay. They can't pay. And so sellers will have to consider that when looking at not providing co-ops, is there will be buyers that just don't have the money to pay, and then other buyers that via their loan are not able to pay. Overall, I think if somebody puts a 0 in the MLS, it doesn't mean they're not willing to work with a buyer's agent. They just, that list price that they have, that's the bottom line. And so good negotiators are going to do great in this market. Weak negotiators are probably going to be leaving this market. When I was on my 5280, I got the 5-star award for the 13th year. They show the amount of agents in the Denver marketplace. 2 years ago, we were at 52,000 agents. Now we're down to 25,000 agents, and they expect it to cut in half again. And so I believe it's going to be a true professionals market. I would love to answer any of your questions, and my questions that I would have for anybody that would want to go buy a house without a realtor is, would you go to court and use the same attorney? It's really nice to be able to have somebody in your corner help you through the process, to navigate all the twists and turns, and to know the market. The market is a big part of it, understanding what's going on in the market, where your offer should be, what are fair and reasonable inspection items, because that's always changing. And so it helps to have somebody who is full-time and has got a pulse on the market. If you have any other questions or want to know any more, whether you would like a market update on your home or you'd like more details about this antitrust thing with N.A.R., please reach out. Would love to talk to you. 720-244-1796. And I look forward to taking excellent care of you and your referrals. Enjoy the day.